Did you watch SmackDown?
I watched all of SmackDown.
I hate this show. Am I the only one?
I didn't hate the show.
So infuriating to me when I watch this show.
I didn't hate the show at all.
Okay, listen, Dave.
Yes.
So this show opens, okay?
I'll tell you one thing I hated though. If they're going with Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns.
Okay, that's where I'm going. So listen. This show opens with Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns, and they're doing this angle. And Roman Reigns is out there, and Daniel Bryan wants a shot at Roman Reigns at Fastlane. And so Jey Uso says, hold on a second, buddy, and they get in this big argument, and it leads to Jey Uso versus Daniel Bryan. This is the main event of the show. If Daniel Bryan wins, he gets Roman Reigns at Fastlane. Okay.
Yeah.
So then they go backstage, and Roman and Jey Uso are having this discussion. And what they tell us at the beginning of the show is the original main event, which they never told us, by the way, they never once told us this, was Roman Reigns and Edge, or Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Edge and Daniel Bryan, okay?
Right.
This was never announced,
no,
but
never.
Suddenly it's part of his story that now the main event of Fastlane may be changed. So Roman's in the back, and he's talking to Jey Uso, and he goes, just go out there and take care of this guy. He wants Daniel Bryan taken care of because he wants the tag match. He doesn't want a match with Daniel Bryan. So then Edge, who's supposed to be a babyface, hold on a second, wait, I got more. So then Edge goes up to Adam Pearce, and now Edge is pissed off. He's like, hold on a minute. I thought it was going to be a tag match. And now this Daniel Bryan is jumping the line and getting a tag.
But you're still getting the title shot either way.
That's let me keep going here. So why is this guy mad?
It made no sense.
Was he mad when there was an elimination chamber and the winner was going to get a match with Roman Reigns immediately? How come he wasn't mad about that? And what difference does it make? He went around to every single guy last week and he said, Daniel Bryan, if you beat Roman Reigns, I'd be happy to defend against you at WrestleMania. Now this week he's all of a sudden angry that Daniel Bryan may face Roman Reigns at the Fastlane show.
And because he's still getting the shot.
So we have all of this, and like Edge is coming off so unlikable. He's bitching about all of this, and why is this Daniel Bryan getting a shot potentially at Fastlane? So they go to the main event, and I'm watching this show like, hours after it ends. So I already know that they're doing Jey Uso and Daniel Bryan in a cage match last week. Now, there's one fucking way to set this up. One!
There's two.
It doesn't matter.
There's two.
They did neither of them.
No, double count out is one of them.
No! A double count out?
To set up a cage match? Absolutely.
What? Okay, wait a minute.
Double count out, set up a cage, that's classic booking.
Why would a double count out?
Set up a cage, because you can't count it out. You're in a cage. The classic.
Then you should do a no count out match.
No, the setups for a cage match are countouts and interference. Those are the two.
Well, interference is the one that makes sense because Roman Reigns doesn't want Daniel Bryan to face him at Fastlane. So of course he should interfere.
Well, of course.
But he doesn't. These two guys are outside and they don't get back in the ring in time. I'm like, you did a count out to set up this cage match. But they didn't, Dave. You know how they set up this cage match? On Talking Smack,
yes,
Roman Reigns offers Daniel Bryan another match with Jey Uso in a cage.
Yeah, which makes no sense.
After they shot an angle where he didn't want to face the guy, he wanted a tag match.
Yes.
This was the dumbest shit.
No,
throughout this show.
You left something else out.
What else did I miss?
Okay. If they were going to do Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan at the next pay-per-view, what they did at the Elimination Chamber was the stupidest build-up because he beat him in 90 seconds with a frickin' choke.
There's also that, yes, which they brought up on the show.
I mean, if you're good...
But at least Daniel Bryan said, you know what? I thought I would maybe go through this chamber, and then I would face you like at the end of the show.
But still, he still should have, if you're going to do that, he could lose. I wouldn't have had a problem with him losing, but it should have been like 15 minutes. He should have given a fight, and then the idea is Daniel Bryan has wrestled for 50 minutes. He was in a chamber match for 35, and now he's been with Roman Reigns for 15, and Roman Reigns came in fresh, and that's one thing. He went a minute and a half and got beat clean. It wasn't like Roman Reigns hit him with brass knucks. It wasn't like Roman Reigns gave him a low blow.
No, he just beat his ass.
Roman Reigns, he got Roman Reigns in his frickin' hold. Roman Reigns turned over, pounded his face in, and choked him out. And now we're going to get a rematch for the championship when Daniel Bryan doesn't. And granted, I wasn't too mad at Daniel Bryan not beating Jey Uso because it does set up the cage. And I know that the whole idea is we think that a cage match on free television is going to draw a rating. And maybe it will and maybe it won't, but that's the mentality behind it. So I get this. We want a cage match on TV because gimmick matches sometimes do very well, and this one may do that. But Daniel Bryan, who's been losing matches, I mean, how many times did he lose to Cesaro? Okay,
every time they face, so at least twice.
I mean, Daniel Bryan, he lost to Jey Uso. Well, that's far enough back to where we have to pretend it never happened. But Cesaro matches have been recent. So, but he did win the chamber.
And Nakamura.
Didn't he submit to Nakamura?
I'm not sure
or was that the knee?
Was. But anyway.
Well, he did lose to Nakamura, absolutely. So it's like, granted, he is Daniel Bryan, and he's great, and everybody loves him, and deep down we all know he's like one of the best workers that there's been in the last 30 years, okay? But he's been losing and losing and losing, and then he loses his championship match in 90 seconds to set up a rematch, and he doesn't even win, he doesn't even win the match with Jey Uso. He goes to a double countout to set up the cage, which, okay, I get doing that, but he should have been, way more competitive with Roman Reigns, and he should have never lost to Cesaro. I mean, I thought for sure Cesaro was getting the shot at this pay-per-view because he beat Daniel Bryan twice, okay? So it's like, he beat Daniel Bryan twice. You got to be going with Cesaro against Roman Reigns, because obviously Roman Reigns is going to beat a setup guy to get to Edge. We already know that. I mean, I didn't realize the setup guy is going to be the same guy as before, and you've already run through Kevin Owens, so that's 3. So it's Cesaro's turn. So I guess they're saving Cesaro for after WrestleMania, which whatever.
I'll believe it when I see it. We got Tamina getting a push here at 43. She defeated Liv Morgan, just squashed her.
Well, I didn't agree with that one either, but that's minor.
Now, I will say actually my favorite thing in the entire show is Apollo Crews.
He was very good.
He's the greatest. He is now the angry Nigerian. He's a great heel. He had a fun match with Nakamura.
So his great-grandfather had 5 wives. I never knew that.
Well, it's true. I mean, I guess it's true. I don't know why he would lie about that.
Well, wrestlers do lie in storyline all the time. But it's like, he was bragging about it. And it's like, I was thinking, 5 wives? I can't imagine, it's, I mean, I guess the idea is you have a harem and it's, great and everything. It's like, man, I don't know about 5 wives. That could be, difficult in, 50 different ways.
And the last thing I got to ask, because we got, a minute left, don't even tell me that Sasha Banks is supposed to be a babyface. Please.
Well, she was definitely heelish. I think they're setting up Bianca to win and get this big babyface win. So Sasha's got to play champion. Champion babyface is subtle heel. I mean, that's the only way that you can't, because Bianca can't play that. So Sasha has to be that Lou Thez role, which is, it's like, I'm a babyface, but I'm going to be a dick to build this up because you're paying to see the champion lose. So that's what it looked like to me. But okay, explain Reginald to me.
Well, I'm sure this has something to do with Carmella. Carmella's going to do something to...
So we're going to get a 3-way?
I hope not, but, I mean, I still think it's going to be Carmella and Sasha at Fastlane, and if Sasha retains, she faces...
But Sasha's already beat her twice.
I don't know. What the hell's Reginald doing out there, then?
That's what I was asking you.
All I sit here is I try and make sense of all of this, and I get disappointed every time.
I have no idea why Reginald's got a crush on Sasha.
Allegedly.
I don't know. I mean, I can't make heads or tails out of Reginald's involvement being a positive in this angle. I think it's just they're trying to do a storyline for a match that probably doesn't need that storyline. You know what I mean? So it should be about
It sounds like a lot of matches.
Of Bianca Belair. And that Sasha Banks thinks that she's above Bianca Belair because she's been around on the main roster for years and years and years, and she's more experienced. And Bianca Belair might have some advantages, but she's not ready for this opportunity and she's not in my league. That should be the story. Not like is Reginald going to like pour wine for Carmella or whatever, or make her spit up wine.